Hello, friends. I probably can't even say that without getting in trouble. So I take that back. It was just a joke. And there are a number of things you should never, ever, ever do at Augusta National. These will get you kicked out, like permanently. Now, there are a number of awesome things. I mean, the list is endless of great things about Augusta National that no other tournament does. I was just there this week, and I'll tell you, it is spectacular in every way. And if you've never been, like, the parking is free parking. Now, this is like the one and only major championship where you don't have to park 10 miles away and catch a bus in. This, you just literally park right there. They own the space for everybody to park, and you just walk right in for free. I mean, it's that in and of itself is special. And the fact that they don't charge you an arm and a leg for a chicken sandwich, a pimento sandwich, a breakfast sandwich, a beer, whatever. It's just normal, low, everyday price. Like, it's great. They're not just destroying your pocketbook. Getting a ticket, on the other hand, it is the most difficult major championship golf ticket to get. It's the most difficult ticket in all of golf, for sure, 100%. So that is the biggest challenge. But once you get in, there are some things you should never, ever do. And they'll get you kicked out. Here's my list. One is you cannot bring in a cell phone ever, no matter what. They will never let you bring a cell phone. However, on the practice rounds, they will let you bring a camera. So that's kind of cool. You could bring a camera. However, if you are running around with a selfie stick vlogging, you're doomed. Like, I make videos, so I have every temptation known to mankind to video stuff. Me doing like a vlog and posting it on my channel. Like, I want to do that. But if I do that, I run the very high risk of being kicked out of Augusta National, not just for the day, but for the rest of my life. And who knows, maybe my kids and their kids will suffer the consequences of my actions as well. They do not want you to be doing that type of content there. Photos, no problem. Get your photos, post your photos, have a good time. Don't do anything. And, you have your camera. And they're like, but there's rules that you don't know about that are not necessarily written down. And a buddy of mine said, there are no rules at Augusta National until you break one. And that's 100% true. So don't bring your phone. Don't try to sneak a video in with your camera. Don't try to do a little vlog. Like, that will get you in trouble. So never, ever, ever break a rule that doesn't exist, which does exist. Don't do that, especially when it comes to the video phone. Don't try to sneak your phone in either. That will get you banished forever. So don't do that. Also, no running. You cannot run when you're there. This isn't the waste management. They're not opening the gates and you're sprinting in. You sprint, you're out. You might as well just turn right around. They're going to get you out of there. So do not, under any circumstances, throughout the entire event, do not run. You walk briskly, do not run. This is like they have people out there, like in the Olympics, like, oh, that's a run. Don't do it. You cannot do that. No running. All right, that's pretty basic. If you're running, you know it. Don't run. Now, also, look at this. When it comes to green jackets, you're going to see a number of green jackets out there. These are members of Augusta National. All right? So, don't touch a green jacket. Don't walk by a green jacket and go, ooh. I always want it. Don't do that. You're out. Don't touch a green jacket. All right. I don't think you would appreciate it if you're wearing your green jacket and thousands of people are coming by and like touching it. So do not do that. Now, last year I had the honor of meeting somebody, as somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody who knew some people who were related to somebody who knew somebody. They introduced me to a green jacket. I shook the guy's hand, and his green jacket brushed up against my arm. That's okay, but I didn't touch it. It touched me. So do not touch a green jacket. Also, if you're in some type of conversation with Mr. or Mrs. Green Jacket, whatever you do, do not say, hey, how do you get to become a member here? Like, do not ask those types of questions to said green jacket wearing person or anybody. If it's discovered that you are inquiring about what it takes to be a member of Augusta National, you're done. Like, you are on the list that doesn't exist, but you're on it, which means you're out. You can never go. You'll never have an opportunity to be a member. It will not happen. Whatever grand imaginary dreams we might have that one day, somehow, somebody would potentially say, hey, we would love you to be a member of this fine establishment. It won't happen. If you're asking about it, somebody's, I think they asked 14 years ago and 12 days how to get a green jacket. They just asked about it. They thought about it. It was in their mind. Oh, yeah, there's a record. You're out. So do not ask. Do not ask that. Fair warning, okay? You're welcome. Keep it quiet. Also, when you're at Augusta National, you cannot, under any circumstances, bring a sign. So there's no holding up of signs. Don't even think about wearing some type of sign on your shirt and then, revealing it, taking it off, and standing there with something, whatever it might be, whatever you're trying to promote. Do not have a sign under any circumstances. If they see something that crosses the line, might be suspect, you're gone. Sir, man, get out of here. See you later. Do not do that. If you think that, like, dude's going to run out with his painted body and streak at Augusta National, that won't happen either. I mean, you're out. Your family's out. And here's what's crazy. The ticket that you have, whoever got that ticket, right? If you do something wrong, whoever bought that ticket is out. And they know so-and-so bought this ticket and they give it to you, they're out too. So there's great responsibility for person who originally bought that ticket. They know who you are. And if something happens with that ticket, if anybody does anything wrong, you're responsible as the person who bought it. And you're never going again. So the people who buy tickets, they are very, very cautious about what happens, down the line. So that being said, right? Another thing you can never ever do is don't ever sell your ticket. You can't sell. You can give it away, but you cannot sell it. So if you get a ticket for $100, the face value of a practice round ticket, right? A daily ticket, one ticket, $100, which is not a bad price for Augusta National. If you sell it, which people do, people sell those for a lot. They can get over $1,000 for a ticket. They sell that ticket. The ticket holder does something idiotic. Guess who gets penalized? You do, for buying the ticket and selling it or giving it away, whatever. And then you can never, ever, ever buy another ticket. You can never go. You can never go. So let's say, for example, you buy a ticket and you sell it. And then something happens and they figure out it was you, you're out. Okay, so then somebody else buys a ticket and you get it. Somehow they give it to you, you buy it, whatever. You got a ticket. Now you go in, you scan your ticket, you go in, you have a new ticket. They don't know it's you. You accidentally buy a beer with your credit card. They see your name. Oh, he's in. This guy's in. How they will figure out how you got in. Somewhere there's a camera angle with you, and they'll find you. Like, oh, he scanned his ticket right here. He's buying a pimento and a beer, and they will zoom in on your dang ticket, and they'll figure out who bought it, and the guy who you bought it from, gone. See you later. And don't even be shocked if you try to buy the beer and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, sir, you're out of here. And they kick you out right there because they got your name. You accidentally try to buy some. So then you get all slick and you have to like go underground, undercover for the rest of your life when you're on property because they will find you and track you down and get you. They may or may not have some facial recognition software somewhere. If not, it's coming. And if you ever did anything wrong, whoop, they don't need you there. You're not that important to them. There's plenty of people in line. So don't bend, break, don't mess anything up. I see people out there, guests, visitors, regular me. There's a piece of trash on the ground. Hey, how'd that get there? We're all picking up after the place. Everybody's maintaining Augusta National. Everybody's doing their part. I've never been, ever in my life, to a golf tournament where there's thousands upon thousands of people. Who know? They don't tell you how many, but there's a lot. Seas of people on a dang practice round, clapping and cheering. You're like, the dude just hit 3 balls and you're cheering because one of them is good. Like, come on. Like, that's what they do. Everybody's excited. Like, come on, yeah. Everybody is maintaining the course. Everybody's happy. Everybody is in the best mood. Think about it. Most of the people there won the lottery in the ticket giveaway. So you're hanging out with all lottery winners. What a great time. Everybody's in a great mood. I've never seen that before in my life. So whatever you do, don't ever sell your dang ticket. All right. Next up, this is you can only enter with your ticket twice, which means this. You can go in, that's once, you get scanned, you're in. You can leave the property, you could leave the gates and come back in one more time after that. So you can only go in twice on your ticket, which means this is what you do. You go, you buy a whole bunch of gnomes at the dang gift shop bright and early in the morning. You take them all out, you put them in your car, and you come back in and you're done. You can't go out again. So 2 entries per ticket. That is to limit people from going in and out of the gift shop, loading up, packing their car, and coming back. Now, they have a shipping thing, so you can keep going and buying stuff and go to the shipping center and ship it, but you can't just go get your Sprinter van, park it in the parking lot, and load it to the brim with stuff. You can if you have like a bunch of people with you, and you can do that. You can go out, load it, and come back. And then you could shop again at the end of the day and carry everything. You could do that, but you can only go in twice. It also limits people from leaving once to do that, coming back in, and then leaving again, and then handing off their ticket to somebody else to come back in. So you can leave, hand your ticket to somebody else, and they come in. That is against the rule. I mean, you could do that, but you're gonna get in trouble. So don't do that either. Don't sell your ticket. Don't go half a day and then. I guess you could give it away to somebody and they could come in, but if you try to sell it to somebody for half a day, forget it. You're doomed. Don't do that. So you can only go twice. All right. A few more things. I mean, this last one is going to shock you for sure, but don't ever do these things. Next, don't yell dumb stuff when people are hitting. Don't yell Baba Booey or get in the hole or nothing. Just, yeah, go Rory. You could do that. Clap, be respectful. But you start yelling like peanut butter, jam, sandwich, whatever, all the things. Don't do that. They will kick you out. You're gone. The volunteers, the workers, they're highly trained individuals. And if you do something like that, you're yelling something inappropriate, see you later. Your time at Augusta National is over. And you're going to be marched off property right quick. So none of that stuff. And you know who you are. They want to keep it classy. I wish more tournaments would do that. We don't need goofy sayings from everybody trying to get their voice on TV. We don't need that. So you may be a yeller of those things. Okay, like it had its day. That day's over. I think it's over. Can we come up with something else? Right? How about someone hits and there's silence? That would be funny. There's nothing. How about when the live guys hit at Augusta, there's zero. You can hear a pin drop. That would actually be funny. Every time a live guy hits, there's just zero. And then Rory hits and everybody erupts. You could make a statement without breaking a rule. That, you're welcome for that. That would be a funny thing to do. I would actually be on board with that one. But don't yell dumb stuff. That will get you kicked out. Another thing is this. When you do load up on all your merch at the gift shop, you cannot go and sell that stuff online. As a matter of fact, they don't even want you selling it. You can give it away, gifts, whatever. A lot of people go and their friends have, hey, buy me $400 worth of stuff, and they're buying stuff for other people. Totally cool. That's fine. Hey, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Well, yeah, I'll get you what you want. What's your budget? And we load up. Tell me what you want. But do not put up a Shopify account with all your Augusta merchandise, because when they find out it's you, one, you're out. Two, however you get your ticket, that person's out. You're out. So don't. There's no. I've seen people load up. One guy was in front of me, bought $3,000 worth of hats. It was all the same hat, and you're just looking at this guy thinking, dude, I know you're selling that. And a lot of people do. They fly back to whatever country they came from, and they put it up for sale, or they have a shop. A lot of them have these golf shops, and they just load their store with that. And it's hard to track those people down. So it does happen a lot. But if you're caught, you're gone. So be careful. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not. So you don't want to be that guy that never gets to go again. That's too bad. And when it comes to selling your ticket, when you're driving into Augusta, just the city, the town, there's signs. Buying practice round tickets, buying day tickets, we were buying. Okay, look, you might roll in and your buddy, something happened, he got sick, whatever, family emergency, could have went down, you have an extra ticket, and you're like, what do I do with this? Oh, let me just sell it to this scalper right here. That's easy. Just, hey, yeah, I got an extra ticket. What do you got? Oh, that guy could potentially be a mole for Augusta National. Don't count that out. He could be a dude that's just said, cool, thank you. Here's your $500. I'll give you whatever. He could be working in conjunction with Augusta National. Scan it. Yeah, this guy doesn't get in. And then you go to get, oh, I'm sorry, sir. You just sold your ticket 15 minutes ago to the guy in the corner. He's with us. You're out. And you're like, oh, I flew all the way over here. I spent $1,000 for one night in a hotel. We just had dinner at a horrible overpriced restaurant that took all our money, and my guy got food poisoning. He couldn't make it. He's thrown, and sorry. So you might think it's just a quick, easy few, whatever. You just getting rid of it last second. And you don't get to. So don't necessarily think scalpers are like guys breaking the rules. No. Do you really think with all the pull, Augusta National and all this stuff, they're going to just let some random dude scalp tickets on the side of the road? I don't think so. These guys own that town. So don't Just be careful, man. You're gonna just innocently do something, and the next thing you know, 5 minutes later, you're gone. You don't even get to get in. They don't care, and they'll probably go sell that ticket to somebody else. Here you go. They'll sell them. Yeah, sell it off, but you don't get in because you scalped it. So don't do that. Last and certainly not least, if you manage to not get yourself kicked out of Augusta National, you might have your 25, green beer cups at the end of the day, and you're just, had a time of your life. And you're walking around and you see some dirt and you're like, man, I'm going to take a handful of dirt out with me. Some sand, some grass, maybe a pine cone, some pine straw from Augusta National. I'm just going to put it in my little beer cup, put it in my backpack. On I go. Do not, under any circumstances, take grass, sand, pine needles, nothing. Don't even take air. Don't even take a breath and hold. Don't do anything that could potentially get you a flag and kicked out for the rest of your life. Don't take nothing. Don't try to shove it in your shoe. Don't try to put it in your pocket. Don't try to shove something under your hat. Don't do it. Just be respectful. Just say, look, make sure your buddies, you guys should pat each other down on the way out just to have each other's back. Like, dude, I know you said you didn't get nothing, but I want to make sure there's nothing. A dang leaf didn't accidentally fall down your collar and your shirt. We're going to pat you down. Just have your boy back. Pat each other down. You're good. You're good. You're good. Let's go. Nobody do anything dumb. We want to make sure we could potentially, if we win the lottery again next year, we don't want to not be able to get it. We want everything. Dude, that's how you do it. Be careful out there. It's the greatest golf tournament. I don't care what Gary Player says. It's number one. Always will be. Always has been. It is the best major at the best course in the history of golf. It's Masters Week. Rock and roll. Rory McIlroy's going to win. That's my pick. Have a wonderful time out there. Stay safe. Don't do anything dumb.